News 25 is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
Tonight on News 25, a trailer used for storage goes up in flames.
And the county clerk is giving us some tips to vote in the upcoming election. News 25 starts now.
This is News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell, Eunette Gentry. News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
A trailer is consumed by flames on the west side. It's Tuesday, November 12th. I'm Deanna O'Donnell.
And I'm Eunette Gentry.
Well, this just in, there was a single vehicle rollover on northbound Highway 160 this afternoon. One person was taken by air following a crash on the highway near Reddlesberger. How the accident occurred is under the investigation of Nevada Highway Patrol. NHP did block traffic in all directions while Mercy Air landed their airship on the highway. Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue attended to the victim, who was extricated from that vehicle. Well, more on tomorrow night's newscast.
And fortunately, a family home is saved by fire crews who extinguished a single-wide trailer that was ablaze on that property.
Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue responded to a fully engulfed structure fire last night on Basin Avenue, cross of Murphy Street. Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies responded as well and blocked traffic in all directions while fire crews attended to the blaze. On fire was a single-wide, unoccupied mobile home next to a residence. The fire also rekindled approximately 3 a.m. this morning. The cause of the fire is unknown at this time, but appears to be accidental in nature. Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue is investigating. No injuries have been reported. And the Board of County Commissioners discussed receiving funding to hold inmates here in the county for the U.S. Marshal Service.
For possible action, discussion, deliberation to 1, approve the limited use agreement number 48-09-0038 with the U.S. Department of Justice, United States Marshal Service, Prisoner Operations Division for the purpose of receiving funding for holding U.S. Marshal inmates. 2, execute the agreement, and 3, receive funds to 10236 Jail Fund.
Mr. Chair.
Yes, Commissioner Blundo.
Yeah, I'll make a motion to approve the limited use agreement number 48-09-0038. And we will execute the agreement and receive funds to 10236.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to approve. Further discussion.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, I have a couple of quick comments. When this originally came in front of us, I voted against it, and I still have some big concerns, and it's nothing personal, but I have concerns with bringing people that are arrested through the Marshal's office, especially illegal immigrants, into our jail for many reasons. One is disease that a lot of these people carry. They have a lot of illnesses that we don't even have antibiotics for. I just feel that putting this kind of thing right in the center of town is not a good idea. I think it's better left to putting them up at CCA if we have to accept these people at all. I don't believe the jail that we still have here for local people needs to be intermingled with people from out of our country and out of our state, which may cause us a problem within, because if these people are carrying all kinds of infections and diseases, then they bring it to the staff takes it home to their families, and the families give it to their children who don't have very big immune systems, and next thing you know, it's in the school district, and I'm just really, really worried about that. So I can't support this, but it has nothing to do with anything personal. Thank you.
Thank you. Further discussion? Public comment?
This is Captain Barukowitz. I can just address Donna, just so you're aware. This is, I'm sorry, Commissioner Cox. This is not immigration holds. These are U.S. Marshals. This contract is not relating to immigration matters. This is the U.S. Marshal contract.
Okay, I understand that, but still, it's bringing people from wherever that is outside of our district. I prefer to protect us first. Thank you.
Amy Nelson, N-E-L-S-O-N. I thought this was about immigration when you first brought it up. You were going to bring in detainees from Las Vegas to hold them here, and now they passed this new thing. It might be temporary, I don't know, but they passed a new thing in Las Vegas that they couldn't detain illegal immigrants anymore. And I really thought that's what this was all about at the first request to do this, but I could be wrong.
Separate subjects, I believe.
It's part of it. It's just...
Yeah. Any further public comment? Excuse me. Seeing none. Further discussion? Call for the vote. All those in favor say aye.
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 Aye. Aye. Opposed say nay.
Nay.
Thank you,
4 to
Commissioners.
1.
All right, don't grab that remote. We'll be right back here at KPVM with lots more local news for you.
This segment of the news is brought to you by Pahrump Cardiology, located at 1397 South Loop Road in Pahrump, Nevada. Call 775-210-8333 for an appointment. Dr. Tali Eric, proudly serving Pahrump since 2005.
Welcome back to News 25. Well, Angela Miles is telling us everything we need to know in the business world.
Here's Angela Miles with today's Business First Brief.
Topping our news, a big week for President Trump and Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell. The president will speak at the Economic Club of New York today. Traders and investors will be curious to learn what he has to say about trade and China. Fed Chair Powell will be on Capitol Hill today to begin his 2 days of testimony to Congress. Traders and investors will listen for clues about interest rates. Boeing has a takeoff timeline for the grounded 737 MAX. The plan is to resume deliveries early next month and get that jet back in the air in January. The stock took off on the news during Monday's trading session. The MAX 737 has been grounded since the middle of March following 2 airline crashes. Boeing has completed testing of a new version of the problematic software and will bring in pilots for training.
To find out where you can see us every day, go to businessfirstam.com.
Thanks so much, Angela. Well, the Board of County Commissioners heard the latest from Nye County Treasurer John Prudhomme during their last meeting.
At the recent Board of County Commissioners meeting, discussion was had regarding the Treasurer's report and its corresponding NRS, NRS 354.280, which says that the County Treasurer shall keep a complete record of the source and amount of all receipts, apportionments to, payments from, and balances in all funds, and 2, submit to the Board of County Commissioners each month at any regular or special meeting a statement containing the information required in subsection 1 for the previous month, giving the balance in each county, state, and special fund together with a statement of all money on deposit, outstanding checks against that money, and cash on hand. John Prudhomme starts off saying that this NRS is impossible to satisfy based on the accounting methods they have to use and how we receive monies. He goes on saying the legislation needs to change and that unfortunately none of the other treasurers have been under the scrutiny that this office has been under to come to that conclusion. Part 2 of the NRS submitting a statement containing information required in subsection 1 for the previous month has never been done in Nye County, according to Prudhomme. And that is the part he says that's impossible to satisfy.
We receive monies in trailing months for prior months. And we also close out our month in the following month from when that month occurs. So there's not enough time to be able to go back through and do what's required to put together the Treasurer's report and bank reconciliation in the remainder of that month and provide it in that month to the county commissioners at a regularly scheduled meeting or a special meeting. So it's never been done.
Prudhomme states that they'll be providing 2 reports of June of this year to the Board of County Commissioners to provide updated numbers. However, he goes on to say these numbers change, and as they change, we create a report and it's correct for that period of time until those numbers change again.
So I want you to be aware of that. These are not excuses. This is the reality of what we're dealing with. And that's why you keep getting additional reports. That's why we keep going back. because the numbers change and we want to make sure that the numbers are as up to date as possible.
Commissioner Koenig asks that John bring up these problems with DTACs on their next phone call with them, because as Koenig states, they're the ones we gotta fix.
Let's get DTACs involved in this. Let's see what we have to do. If DTACs has to sponsor a legislative change for the next legislature, fine. I don't care. We need to fix it. Okay?
Certainly, thank you.
You agree, I think.
The chairman calls for the vote.
We're going to move on. Thank you, Mr. Prudhomme.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Thank you.
Treasurer Prudhomme.
All right, everything you need to know for your health coming up after this break.
You're watching KPVM News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Welcome back. Well, a health fair was held at Nye Communities Coalition to educate people about the expanded options for Medicare and Medicare Advantage health plans for 2020.
P3, what we do is we partner with payers, providers, and patients, and it's really to improve the care locally to patients here in Pahrump and also in Las Vegas. We're working hard to deliver the kind of care that we think is needed in the southern Nevada area. For us, it's all about putting the decision-making back into the exam room and out of the boardroom. We really want to support physicians and really respect the relationship that physicians or providers have with their patients, and really we're just here to support them and really create the best outcomes for the patients that we take care of. We have 8 offices throughout Las Vegas and the Henderson and the Las Vegas area, as well as our one office that we currently have out here in Pahrump. Right now, like today, what we're really focusing on is our Medicare Advantage plans. We really specialize in Medicare Advantage and Medicare, and today we're here to talk about the new plans that'll be available to Pahrump citizens, which is just going to expand the availability of great health care to the residents of Pahrump.
We've been open for 1 year now. It's been going very well. I'd like to thank the community for all the support. Without the patients, it wouldn't be possible, but we've been really growing very well. Last year we introduced a new Medicare Advantage called Senior Care Plus locally. This year we're going to have 3 more companies coming into the market, and each of them actually offer more than one plan, so there's a lot of different choices for the patients moving forward. There is going to be a little learning curve early on in the year until we figure out what doctors are in network, what medications are covered in that, but I think we'll get up to speed on that very quickly. We have 3 affiliate offices locally as well, and then since our office has done so well, we currently have a part-time nurse practitioner who looks like she may be going full-time in the new year, and then we're hoping to add a 3rd provider in 2021. So physician-wise, we're growing very well. In terms of other services, we draw labs on site. A lot of the specialists for the different insurances will be rotating out locally, and a lot of the medications are done through mail order and that. I think all these plans competing against each other to get to patients locally in Nye County is going to be best for the patients. More competition, more options always works out better for the patient. This company is office focused, so they allow a lot of autonomy with the providers and allow us to make some decisions locally. We do follow corporate guidelines and have a corporate umbrella, but we do really have a lot locally to say, and they're open to ideas. They recognize that I've been out here for almost a decade and I understand the population, and they're open to what we want to do. And we do offer things in our office a little unique, like guaranteed same-day appointments, because we have a daily walk-in period first thing in the morning for an hour. So, patients always have the ability to come in, so it's really good for the seniors.
We've been out here a little over a year, and it's been just a great success, and we look forward to many years in the future.
If people want to find out more about P3, I know that you have a website, p3nv.org. But they can also call the local clinic?
Absolutely. Call the local clinic. We actually have a number, too, the clinic can give them that's kind of a one-stop number where they can get all their answers to all their questions. We have a couple ladies who are experts in P3, and they can direct them to the people that they need to get in touch with to answer any questions they may have. But with our Medicare Advantage plans, which are so terrific, is that they offer things like dental, transportation, vision services. So there's a lot more services available for patients without any increased out-of-pocket cost.
Wow. All right. Well, Lady Gaga had to cancel her show recently in Las Vegas. Maria Guerra is standing by with those details and more.
The Amargosa Opera House presents the Vegas City Opera in 2 different performances. On Friday, November 15th at 7 p.m., you can see the performance of The Pirates of Penzance. And on Saturday, November 16th at 7 p.m., there's a performance of The Magic Flute. Ticket prices are $20 for adults and $10 for children. You can call the Amargosa Hotel for more information and purchase advance tickets at 760-852-4441. The Opera House is raising funds at this time to repair or rebuild the roof of the building, which houses the original murals inside the theater painted by the late dancer and artist Marta Beckett. Once again, the number to call or to donate to the Amargosa Opera House is 760-852-4441, or visit the Amargosa Opera House on the web. Lady Gaga says that her performance with Bradley Cooper in the movie A Star is Born was choreographed look by look and minute by minute to seem that the two were truly in love. Cooper has said that it took months of acting lessons with Gaga for her to perform the role he knew she could and would do well. Gaga has commented that it is silly that people thought they were dating at the time. Bradley is happily married. She said of course they wanted people to feel that love at the Oscars, and adds that they intended to go right through the lens of that camera into every television that it was being watched on. She said they had worked hard on it for days. They mapped the whole thing and it was orchestrated as a performance. Gaga won an Oscar for the song Shallow performed by the pair. Gaga also said that it took a long time to shake her A Star is Born character Ally because of the parallels to her real life. And speaking of Lady Gaga, she apparently can't perform very well at this point or sing either. Lady Gaga, who is here in Las Vegas to perform at Park MGM as part of the Lady Gaga Enigma residency, canceled her performance Wednesday, citing she's ill. The singer says that she has a sinus infection and bronchitis. Gaga apologized to her fans, saying that she feels so awful that people travel to see her. She promises to make it up to the crowd and is scheduled to return to the stage for her Friday night show November 8th. Refunds for the November 6th performance will be issued at point of purchase. Reporting for News 25, I'm Maria Guerra, and this is your entertainment this week.
News 25 WeatherCam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
All right, time for us to take a look at what it was like earlier today. It was a beautiful day, not a cloud in the sky in that direction, and we'll take a closer look at your forecast as those temperatures continue to drop when we return.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hello and welcome back to News 25. I'm Michael Donohue with today's weather. In Las Vegas, we had a high of 74 degrees with a low of 48. In Death Valley at 87 with a low of 56 degrees. 77-44 in Amargosa. 75-41 in Beatty. 67-30 in Goldfield. Tonopah at 64, their low at 31. 72-31 in Carson City. 66-29 in Fallon, and up in Fernley, their high at 67 and their low at 33 degrees. Now today in Pahrump, we saw some mostly sunny skies. Their high today at 75 degrees. Winds coming out of the south-southwest at 6 miles per hour. 15% for our humidity, and our sunrise at 6:17 this morning. Now for tonight, we're going to continue on with some clouds with some partly cloudy skies tonight. Our low is going to be 47 degrees at 69 currently outside. Winds coming out of the east at 4 miles per hour. Our humidity at 24%, and our sunset at 4:37 tonight. Now looking ahead to our 7-day, we're going to still see some of those cloudy skies from Wednesday through Friday. Saturday through Monday, we're going to expect to clear up with those sunny skies, and those clouds are set to return again next Tuesday. Temperature-wise, for our high temperatures, we're not seeing too many changes. From Wednesday all through next Monday, we're still expected to be hanging out in about those mid-70s, just between 74 and 77 degrees. And then next Tuesday, we're going to drop down a little bit to 71. In terms of our overnights, on Wednesday and Thursday, we're going to be seeing lows of 52 degrees. And then from Friday through Monday, we're going to be hanging out again in those mid-40s, just between 44 and 48 degrees, and then down to 43 by next Tuesday. So now with that, we're going to send it back to the desk with Deanna and Eunette.
All right, I'm Deanna.
And I'm Eunette. And
Good
from
night.
all of us here, thank you and good night.